Hello folks, and thanks for choosing this video and this channel. Here I review cars from across the Middle East with a special focus on Iran's unique automotive landscape. Right now we are standing at the edge of a quiet revolution in Iran's car industry. Nearly 15 years after the Iran-Iraq war, local manufacturers are still fighting to gain traction, building, adapting, and pushing forward in a market shaped by sanctions and self-reliance. In earlier videos, I mentioned that Nissan has had strong ties with Iranian car companies. Globally, Nissan is known for cars like the 350Z, GTR, Juke, Altima, and many others. But in Iran, the story is very different. Today we are talking about a model that still turns heads and stirs nostalgia, the Nissan Maxima.
Get a good look at the first Nissan Maxima SE and find a lot of car. An all-new fuel-injected 3-liter V6 engine, track-stable front-wheel drive, electrically adjustable shocks, more performance than you'll ever need. The new Nissan Maxima SE. A car built to perform on the track is a lot of car for the road.
Come alive, major motion from Nissan.
It's your Datsun dealer.
The Maxima's story goes back to 1981. It's a front-wheel drive sedan with space for 5 passengers. Designed by Nissan as a flagship model for North America, the Middle East, South Korea, and China. In other markets, that flagship role was carried by the Altima. Over time, the Maxima evolved through 8 generations. There was also a sister model built on the same platform, the Nissan Sefiro. While the Sefiro was produced from 1988 to 2004, the Maxima remained in production all the way until 2023. Sefiro had 3 generations, and in some markets was even sold under the Maxima nameplate. In North America, luxury versions of the Maxima were marketed under the Infinity badge as the i30 and i35. In 2001, Nissan officially introduced the Sefiro wearing the Maxima nameplate to the Iranian market. Back then, Maxima wasn't just another sedan, it was a statement. It was seen as a luxury car, and owning one meant you were financially rock solid. I remember those days vividly. Maxima was a dream car for many young Iranians. It carried prestige, real presence on the road, and it came loaded with futuristic features. An LCD display, a rear-view camera at a time when phones like the Nokia 6600 weren't even mainstream. Seeing this inside a car felt like spotting a UFO. Cruise control, even though it wasn't new globally, telling someone your car could hold speed with the press of a button was enough to earn wide-eyed admiration. The front of Maxima carries that late 90s and early 2000s Nissan elegance, clean, confident, and slightly conservative. The oval headlamps are separated by a thin horizontal grille which has been designed within the hood with the classic Nissan badge in the center, giving the car a refined executive look rather than an aggressive stance. The hood lines are soft yet defined, flying naturally toward the corners. Below, the integrated fog lamps and smooth bumper design create a sense of width and stability, while the detailing subtly reminds you that this sedan aimed for luxury, not flashiness. From the side, the Maxima has proportions that emphasize balance and calm. The long wheelbase and low beltline give it a stretched, comfortable silhouette, a true mid-size executive sedan of its era. Mirrors and moldings are body-colored, highlighting Nissan's minimalist approach to luxury. A subtle shoulder line runs along the car's length, connecting the front and rear lights with fluid continuity. Its alloy wheels and slightly arched roofline give it a mild, sporty hint, while keeping the overall tone formal and mature. At the back, Maxima follows a timeless Japanese philosophy: simplicity with harmony. Tail lamps with unique shape add a recognizable signature, slightly reminiscent of Infiniti sedans of the same era. The rear bumper maintains a smooth and unbroken design line. The gentle curvature of the trunk gives it a soft and dignified finish, a fitting closure to a car designed more for quiet confidence than for showmanship. To take a closer look at this 17-year-old Nissan Maxima, I drove to the part of town filled with mechanics and body repair workshops. The odometer showed around 200,000 kilometers, or roughly 130,000 miles. Honestly, it's a fair number for a car this age. The body had been completely repainted, which in Iran usually devalues the car a lot. However, once I stepped inside, the interior didn't really convey the age you'd expect from something built nearly 2 decades ago. The dashboard, the wood trim, the seats, everything inside this car carries that sense of solid design Nissan was known for. We shouldn't forget though, a car's condition often reflects its owner. How someone takes care of it makes all the difference. The interior doesn't try to be fancy, instead it gives you that late 90s luxury feel. Wide, soft seats, big buttons, and a layout that's easy to read and operate. The steering wheel feels simple but substantial, and the instrument cluster has remained bright and clear, proudly showing a top speed that hints at the car's V6 capability. Down the center console, wood grain panels frame the air conditioning and audio controls, a design that even today still feels premium. Around the gear shifter, the same elegant touch continues, and the door panels share that matching wood finish, proving once again that Nissan truly tried to build something exceptional, a car that balanced comfort, durability, and a quiet sense of prestige. The owner tried to show me how capable this 3-liter V6 engine still is. والله ماشاءالله. Honestly, it didn't disappoint. The engine fired up instantly, idled smoothly, and responded with that same calm confidence that once made the Maxima one of the most respected sedans in its class. There is no struggle, no hesitation, just a mature, well-balanced V6 that reminds you how durable Nissan's engineering used to be. Maxima was assembled in Iran from 2001 to 2010. Pars Khodro, the company responsible, aimed to fill a growing gap in the luxury sedan segment. But did they succeed? Let me put it this way: Iran isn't a mega producer like China. To keep local production alive, the government imposed heavy taxes on imported cars. The same heavy taxes applied to imported parts and components. So, the real question is this: was assembling the Maxima in Iran reasonable or even feasible? Honestly, aside from creating a few hundred jobs, I don't see a real positive outcome. The Iranian consumer didn't benefit. An imported Maxima cost around $41,000. Meanwhile, the locally assembled version, with slightly lower quality and fewer features, still cost nearly $40,000. So, what was the advantage? Once South Korean brands entered the Iranian market with strong, well-equipped competitors, assembling the Maxima no longer made sense. Both the imported and locally assembled versions would lose to their Korean rivals. And just like that, the story of the Nissan Maxima in Iran came to an end. Alright guys, thanks for staying with me. Please hit the subscribe button. I'll see you soon.